Hi everyone, my name's Anjli and welcome today to our WOCY daily activity where on the 4th of December we are celebrating two things, Dice Day and Cookie Day. Now unfortunately I haven't baked a set of cookies yet today, but I will be a little bit later on. So how can we celebrate these days? Well, cookies are coming into this in a moment. First of all, I'd like to think about dice. Now, dice games have been played for over 5,000 years. So today I invite you to maybe make up your own game that involves dice. And if you can't think of any inspiration to make up your own game, I've got six different ideas, seeing as we've got six-sided dice, for how you can play a dice game today. A dice game with a little bit of a difference that involves you and your family and a little bit of mindfulness, focus, bit of yoga as well. So, number one, if your dice lands on a number one, seeing as it is cookie day, how about eating or making your favorite cookies? Right, what about if your dice lands on a number two? Well, what about doing a family activity today? A very short one. It requires focus and support. So standing up, and you can do this either with a family or by yourself. I'd like you to use the support of people around you or things around you. So you can either put your hand against a wall or a door, something that's not going to move. And the more challenge is to hold on to somebody else. So hold hands or put your arms, link arms around their shoulders. And I'd like you to stand on one foot for 30 seconds to a minute. And then when you've done one foot, move to the other foot. The challenge is that when we're holding on to people, people are always moving. They're always different. So how are we going to use them as support to be strong, but also be strong ourselves? You're responsible for helping others, but you also need to be strong yourself. That is one of the things that I love doing with partner yoga and things like that as well. All right, number three. What if your dice lands on a number three? Well, most of us hold this tightness, this tension somewhere in our bodies. And so how about just having a quick stretch? If you're sitting down, you can do this sitting down or you can do it standing up. So just put your hands together. Put your fingers through, interlace your fingers, stretch your hands up above your shoulders. You can keep your arms bent if you like. You can even take your arms back a little bit behind your head. Take a breath in and breathe out as you bend forwards. You bend forwards as much as you can. Leave your bottom, your seat on the floor, and we're just squeezing the air out of our tummies. Breathe in and out. And do that one more time, as this is a number three. Breathe in and out. Okay, good. Right, oh no, my number four was about making a tower of cards. And I had here's one I made earlier, but clearly with all my breath, my cards decided to fall down. But anyway, number four, how about having a go at an exercise of patience? Now, I might be blowing this card as I'm talking, but how about then making a tower out of cards? My one's going to fall, I'm just holding it up there. And if you've seen those making a tower out of cards, you put a series of cards next to each other. So we would have two here. It's probably going to help if I manage to get my next set of towers up. Anyway, I'll do that a little bit later, and then you try and make various levels of these cards until you make a pyramid shape. So a little bit of a focus patience exercise there. All right, now number five, if you land on number five, this is all about being curious, paying a bit of attention to things around you that maybe you haven't noticed before. So I like to call this my object journey. So it involves just looking around the room. 1, 2, 3, and when your head stops, just look at something that's straight ahead of you. Looking at that thing that's straight ahead of you, and I'm going to look up straight towards you so you don't feel like I am ignoring you or being distracted from you. And I can see a mirror in front of me. In fact, I can also see a vase. I'm going to use this smaller object of a vase. And I'd like you to be curious about this object. I'd like you to be curious about where it came from, where all the bits of it came from. If it's something like a vase, It's got bits of glass. Now, what's glass made out of? A lot of it is sand. And then it becomes hard, and then you might have it's been shaped and it's been coloured. So where did it come from? What's the process that it went through to be made? And then how did it come to be in your house? What might it have seen, smelt, touched on the way? So perhaps do an object journey, be curious, look at something, think about it for however long you like. And then number 6 is to just describe how you're feeling now in one word. And after doing this WOCY daily activity, if I explain my one word, it is energized. I'm excited, but I think energized just about describes it for me. Well, whatever else you decide to do to enjoy Dice Day and Cookie Day, do enjoy. Thank you, world, for giving us so many ideas and things to be able to do together as a family, to play as games, to explore. Love to you all always. Namaste, and I look forward to seeing you soon.